Ladies and gentlemen, TEDxUIRs, today I present myself with nothing. I don't have any presentation, apart from this weird guy looking at me here. You see, life is a solo journey. You were born alone, and you die alone. It's profound, right? You know, it almost sounds like those motivational quotes that you see on social media, you know, like Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You know, we've all been there. Well, I believe that those motivational quotes can have the key to hack life. Or, as we say, you know, nowadays, unlock life's potential. Now, you see, those quotes, in order to use them right, you need to make them yours. You need to make your own sauce. You need to find a way to see which motivational quotes will actually work with you. Those motivational quotes don't come out from thin air. They are actually forged in battle. You know, like Marcus Aurelius, the OG of wisdom. And the most important thing is to find the right ones and use them for you. Now, my personal motivational quotes are actually really, really fresh from the oven. And when I'm saying fresh from the oven, it's 2 days fresh. Yeah, sorry, I'm no TEDx wizard. When they called me a month ago, I had no idea what to say. And 2 days ago, I still didn't have any idea what to say. However, 2 days ago, I panicked. I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to do. So I called my mom, Walida. And she told me something. She said, "What would you tell your 20-year-old self?" And bam, that's it. It got me thinking about my journey. And it triggered a reverse engineering of my achievement to try and find a way those codes that actually, you know, like are connected to how I made it until here today, TEDx. So those 3 codes that really motivated me to be here are: number 1, dedicate your life to something. Number 2, don't hesitate. And number 3, aim to be the best at what you do. Not the second best, the very best. Now, the exercise here, because it was a really funny and hard mental exercise. Thank you, TEDx, by the way, for that. We're gonna dig and see with my personal life how this articulates around those 3 codes. Now, you see, I always say my job is to put a smile on people's face. Well, that's not just a catchphrase. It's a philosophy that I have lived by. And we're going to add one more phrase, a phrase that my grandfather told my father and that my father told me. Dil khair unsah. So back in 2007, I was studying finance. Yeah, I know, I'm a DJ, but I did study finance. And I was back from Australia, I was back from Asia, and I just hated what I was doing. I was missing the most important thing in life, which is having a purpose. One day, a friend who was a med student and also a DJ took me to the children who have cancer wards in the hospital in Rabat. And he told me, "Listen, Amine, if those kids don't have funding, then they're gonna die." Well, isn't it a beautiful thing to dedicate your life to? But how about we kill 2 birds with 1 stone? We save lives, but we also make one of my biggest dreams come true, which is push electronic music in Morocco. Now, how do you do that? You create an electronic music festival. that you call State of Mind Festival. And you give all the profits to the children who have cancer. Sounds super easy, right? Well, here's the problem. None of us had any idea whatsoever of how to do it. But we didn't hesitate. And we aimed it to be the best event ever made. And you know what? With 24-hour, 24/7 dedication and hard work, we actually made it. We were on every TV, every billboard, every radio, the internet. We literally made an entire nation aware of our cause. Now picture this, 5,000 people in the heart of Rabat dancing on underground electronic music. And I'm talking about an era where nothing like that has ever been done before. And electronic music was the music of the devil. But the most important thing, we raised 363,000 dirhams for the children who had cancer. So basically, we saved lives, and that was the beauty of it and the beginning of something unbelievable. Now here I am after that, with the purpose, but I was still in finance. I went back to Paris, I graduated, took my master in financial market, came back to Morocco. I faked sending resumes to get a job. Sorry, Dad. And one day I had an opportunity. The owner of Le Grand Comptoir came to me and he was like, Amine, I want somebody to help me open a bar upstairs. You know what I said? Me. Obviously, I didn't have any experience whatsoever in it, but I did it because I don't hesitate and I always aim to be the best at what I do. And I've worked relentlessly so hard that actually learned how to manage a bar, and we ended up creating one of the most beautiful venues in Morocco and a safe space for self-expression. And that was also the beginning of what some of you know as Morocco Loco. Now, Morocco Loco is known as the founding party of electronic music. Well, it was another crazy idea. 5 a.m., look at my friends. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do a crazy party. We're gonna call it Morocco Loco, and we're gonna go against every rule Morocco has ever seen. Well, obviously, after that, I lost a lot of friends because nobody believed in me and nobody thought we were gonna do it. But we did, and we did it big. Again, no hesitation, hard work, and to be the best at what you do. Now, at that moment, we also had another problem. What we wanted to do was to help Moroccan DJs thrive in Morocco and abroad. But nobody wanted a Moroccan DJ abroad. I mean, what? You're gonna play camel music? After that, they actually liked camel music, but that's not the point now. The point is, we had to put Morocco on the map. So what did we do? We booked amazing international DJs, and we brought them to Morocco. And when they were coming back to their country, they were like, hey, guys, you know what? Morocco is booming. It's amazing. They have an amazing scene there, and there's a crew that is leading everything, and it's called Morocco Loco. So you see, Morocco was not just about food and travel and camel, not that alone. It was also about a vibrant electronic music scene. And that's where Morocco Loco really, really, really kicked off. We were touring Morocco. We were touring the world. And when I mean the world, we took Morocco Loco from Tokyo to Montreal, to Paris, where we played in front of 300,000 people, always raising the Moroccan flag and proud of it. Now, fast forward 2019. The scene is there. The job is done. You have DJs everywhere, you have parties everywhere, you have festivals everywhere. So basically, my job is done. What I dedicated my life to is done. But the real dedication was to put a smile on people's face. So I decided to stop Moro Loco. And there is a rule. If you want to leave, which is totally fine, always leave on a high note. Moro Loco was at its highest. But I knew we had to pass the torch to the younger generation. So that's what we did. And I decided to focus on myself. I decided to focus on this guy, Amine K. Well, remember when I told you earlier, TEDxUIR? What I didn't know is that karma, during all those years, was working towards me in the most beautiful way. You see, when I decided to take care of myself, I started making some calls. Hey, bro, you know what? I have a lot of time now. I want to play, I want to make music, I want to do all that. Well, I had only positive feedback. And it came back in the best way. Now, it went on and on and on, the touring, the world, everything. That was amazing. Until COVID. Well, COVID, obviously, you know, for a DJ, was the end of the world. No more job, no more income, no more social engagement, nothing. So what do? You just abandon? Hell no, that's not who I am. I dedicated my life to put a smile on people's face. So I will do it with the tools that I have at that time. What did I do? Streams every week. Release music. Be on social media all the time. And when COVID stopped, the promoters booked the DJs who they heard last. And who are those people? The ones who were really working hard during that time and not staying in their couch watching TV like that. And here I am, back on track, baby. Back on tour. The tours were flawless, the music was flawless, everything was perfect. And that was until a year ago. A year ago, something happened, a shift. You see, what I didn't realize is that COVID had really changed the perspective and how promoters and how the scene works. You see, I told you earlier that we really fought at Moro Loco to allow Moroccan DJs and people who look like us to thrive around the world. Well, at that time, I realized that the promoters weren't seeing me as a Moroccan DJ anymore, but they were seeing me as a white man in his 40s. I mean, can you imagine? Well, first of all, it's not the most bookable. And second, seriously, all of this for that? Like, I've worked for 15 years, and that's what you tell me? I'm just a white man in his 40s? Ah, okay, whatever. You have to play the game. But the other thing is that I realized that the mantras, the three that I told you earlier, the vision and the perspective that I had about those motivational quotes have changed too. You see, put a smile on people's face. Yeah, of course, but all I wanted to do was to put a smile on my daughter's faces. That was my priority. Don't hesitate. Yeah, sure, I mean, it's easy when you're 20 and you're stupid, but when you know that every decision that you're gonna make is gonna affect your kids, then you definitely think twice before doing anything. Aim to be the best. Yeah, I wanted to be the best father. That's what I wanted. So again, what do? You abandon, you say, okay, I've had a beautiful career, let's stop it. No, again, that's not me. You see, aim to be the best at what you do. But sometimes you also have to realize that you need people. When you're completely disconnected from the crowd, from the job, from everything, you need people. So what did I do? Well, I started gathering a team of superhumans. You know, she was talking about TikTok. I have no idea how TikTok works. And to be honest, I don't even want to know. However, there's people who are specialized in that. So you bring those people in your team and you ask them, okay, can you please help me? Let's make it. And then you get a manager, and then you get a social media manager, and then you get a label manager, and then you get a producer. And you surround yourself by those people who will help you hack this new world. And now I'm standing before you. It's the present day. I've just told you the past, 20 years of what happened. It's the present day. My transformation is complete. And I'm looking forward to what's next. Now, here I am. I actually made it on time, Dad. Look, I did less than 18 minutes. I'm so happy. I thought I was going to do 5 hours. Well, you know what? Here I am, standing in front of you, between two amazing tours. I just spent an amazing weekend with my two daughters. And I mean, with the lights, I don't see much, but I believe that for most of the time, I actually made you smile, which is what I dedicated my life to. And hopefully, I also made you dream.